that is not going to be a strong seam. That was lazy and skipping a step. Welcome back to Fabric School, the series where I, a textile technologist, tell you how to spot high quality clothes. I'm currently talking about button-ups and blouses. I've already made a bunch of videos on it, but today I'm going to be talking specifically about the seams and what you should be looking for on those seams to see if it is a garment that is going to last and hold up over time. Number one, overlocking. Overlocking is done to encase your edges and make sure they do not fray, so individual threads don't come out. Overlocking should not be used to close the seam on woven fabrics. So if you have a shirt that is literally just sewn with an overlock machine on the inside, no other stitch, that is not going to be a strong seam. That was lazy and skipping a step. When it comes to your side seams, there is different ways to encase those edges. One is overlocking. That is the absolute basic way to do it. But for shirts, because they are thinner fabric, one good thing would also be a French seam. So that is an upgrade. And also a felled seam. Make sure that your edges are inside. You stitch over it again. That is a lot of work and is going to be sturdier. Now your stitch length. You do not want your stitch length to be too long. Stitch length depends on what that seam is used for. If it is a seam that is going to have stress, the stitch length should be shorter. If it is just decorative top stitch, which really isn't going to hold that much stress, a longer stitch length is fine. In general, the longer the stitch length, the cheaper it is to produce. So that is why sometimes they definitely are too long for their job. And lastly, top stitching. Top stitching in general is a good sign. Top stitching doesn't have to be done to keep the garment together. It is only done to make it more durable, look crisper, and maybe sometimes just genuinely only for aesthetic purposes. So top stitching is a good sign.